This is a story from the year 1586 in England. Queen Mary of Scotland is standing trial for treason in an English court. She is accused of plotting the murder of the English Queen, Elizabeth. The only evidences produced in the court were letters written by Queen Mary. These letters were written by Queen Mary from her prison cell. It showed her participation in the plan of murdering the Queen of England, Elizabeth. The only issue with the evidence was that none of the letters were written in a readable format. Though it contained the English alphabets, the words made no meaning. It was like reading a gibberish letter. What Queen Mary produced was a cryptic letter. Its meaning can only be understood by her since she created the letter. If someone else would want to understand the hidden meaning of those words, they will have to know the key. The word cryptography comes from the Greek word, kryptos, which means hidden, and graphein, which means to write. The hidden meaning depicts the kind of letter created by Queen Mary since the context of the message is unknown to the reader. There is another form of secret communication called steganography. The word steganography again comes from the Greek language's word, steganos, which means covered. The actual message is covered in this form so that anyone else doesn't know the existence of the content. In olden days, a common method for secret communication was to shave the head of the messenger and then write the secret message on the scalp. After waiting for the hair to regrow on the scalp, the messenger can wander freely without the fear of getting caught. Let's take a look at one of the modern form of steganography. Text can be always covered with some image on top of it. An even better approach is used in microdot strategy, which was prevalent during Second World War. The actual message was photographically shrunk to a small dot, which can be later used in place of a tittle of alphabets like I, J, or even as a plain full stop. The main drawback with this form of communication is if the message is uncovered, the entire communication is jeopardized. This issue is tackled with cryptography, where even if the message is intruded by a third party, the meaning still stays hidden. Unless that message is decoded using the key. In a secret communication, there is a sender who initiates the message and creates the cryptic form of the message. This creation of a cryptic message is also known as encryption. The original message is encrypted using a key. This is nothing but the logic or steps performed to hide the meaning of the message. There are many different ways in which a key can be chosen, and we will see a variety of different ways in this course. The receiver's job is to use the key in the reverse manner to reach the original message. This process is the opposite of encryption, called as decryption. It is important that the same key is used for encryption and decryption, else the actual message can be lost in translation. An important aspect of this practice is the people in charge of encrypting and decrypting messages. Codemakers are the people who find new keys to make their message unbreakable, whereas codebreakers are the people who try to guess the key to break the message. A codebreaker was able to decrypt the letters of Queen Mary. This exposed her allegiance to the murderers, and henceforth, efficient communication always relies on the prowess of codemakers and codebreakers. In the coming topics, we will be seeing the different methods of encryption and decryption of messages. It's time to now look at what have we learned so far with a small quiz.